With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Setting to throw on first down is Tua, but it's caught. Tompkins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Down to the 42, 2nd down. The Ravens at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
Second down and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got his man on the out route. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
On the ready?
In motion comes the tight end left. On second down, Cook. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Tua. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake, Mills. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Finding room at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mixon will try the right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. An option handoff here to Mixon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Mills now. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter. Tucker's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
They run it again with Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
10 cycles. Yellow blue. Ready.
Cook up the gut. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Here's Jordan Stout now. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing, Mills. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Mills. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Red cycle. Hey, watch it. 6. Ready?
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. James Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Get ready.
The slot man in motion right.
Blue striker. Tail green. Set.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mixon up the middle. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
And allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a long. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just there, we know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
6, 7, ready.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another 1st down, as this time they get an even 20.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Wait.
Tua now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Red, yellow, black, ultra.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
52 Blaster. Ready?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. 3 quarters have come and gone. So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Okay, ready?
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Mixon with a first down carry. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball. Keep their...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first intercept. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Mills to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Red, sniper.
From the gun, it's Tua. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Drill green.
From the 22, Tua. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tua going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tua. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
It's now 4th down.
Ready. Red, yellow. Black ultra. Ready?
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to. There he goes, left side. The 40, 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Bengals are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Ravens 10. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Here we go.
They run the counter with Cook. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Cooper will come in motion right. One final try for Tagovailoa. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Cincinnati, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.